And now, it's time for Building San Diego, our newest feature segment where we tell you all about new construction projects going on around San Diego County. Please welcome our guests today, the Vice President of CityMark Development, Russ Haley, and the VP of Sales and Marketing, Marla Hovland.
Welcome to the show, guys. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, we're building San Diego. Well, you're building San Diego. We were just doing
We're
the segment
living in
called.
it.
We're in your coattails.
Thank you.
CityMark Development. You guys have built all sorts of stuff throughout San Diego. I lived in one of your buildings, M2I, in downtown. You also built one of my favorite buildings in East Village, which is Fahrenheit. Never got the chance to live there.
Right.
I was trying. I tried so hard. Now you're building a new project in Imperial Beach.
That's right.
This has got to be exciting. Now, I've been in San Diego 11 years, and I've been hearing since I first got here, Imperial Beach, it's coming. The fact that you guys are investing down there makes me think that it's finally here. Is that right, Russ?
That's right. No, we're excited to be down there. It's I'm a native to San Diego and I've watched Imperial Beach over the years. It's always been just this quaint but yet somewhat of a sleepy beach town, right?
Yeah.
And now it's coming into its own. It still has that beachy, quaint charm to it. But what's going on Seacoast Drive, we saw that immediately and just thought it's kind of the next frontier for San Diego. So we're excited to be down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of new things going on in IB for people who aren't familiar with it, and it's a market that has always been really low on inventory, right? There's like 4 homes for sale in IB. Right. It's just crazy.
That's right. Yeah, inventory is usually really tight down there. And a lot of new amenities have come to IB. You have Coronado Brewing Company just opened up a little shop down there. And then we now have a Cohen restaurant. So
Yeah.
C180 is there. It's a beautiful boutique hotel. I believe it's flagged by the Marriott. And that's really added some amenities along Seacoast that help with you add amenities for the residents, and suddenly you're starting to hear a little bit more about Imperial Beach.
Yeah, you are. So let's talk about the development that you're doing down there specifically. So what is it called? What can we expect?
So it's Beach Break IB, and it's 14 townhomes. There are 11 townhomes over retail, and they're 2-story townhomes, 1,200 to 1,800 square feet. And then there's another site just behind that. Both all have beautiful water views, and those are a little bit bigger. They're 3 individual, they're 3 homes, 3-story townhomes, but they have 2-car garages, and they live more like single-family homes. Whereas the larger site, that lives more kind of like a downtown condo, and it's going to have that fun urban feel right there along the beach.
So this kind of sounds like it's 2 different projects, or is it's one project though?
One project, yeah, but
2
all
different
the same look and
styles.
feel.
It's split by an alley. So there's one is what we call over a podium, which will have retail on the ground level, most likely a restaurant.
Okay.
And then across the street, across the alley, I should say, are 3 townhomes that are just those. They don't have any retail associated with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So relatively small development overall, right? How many units total?
14 townhomes. I mean, I think for Imperial Beach, it's a good sized project.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't think Imperial Beach is looking for mega projects. So it's, we'd like to coin this as a boutique project with the great contemporary urban aesthetic to it, both inside and out. And as Marla said, I think one of the things that we think is great is the views associated with this project. It's right across from the pier and overlooks the Pier Plaza. So it overlooks the whole green grass area, and then you're just looking at blue water views. So we think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, it is. And so it must have been, I don't know how long you guys have owned this land, but it must have been a pretty cool opportunity when you finally realized, like, hey, it's time to build this thing, right?
Yeah, it's been vacant. The parcel that we're on has been vacant for what, Marla? Decades.
Its whole life. Yeah.
No one's ever owned it.
Yes, yeah.
They talked about, I think there was a lady called Crazy Sue who used to live there.
There before.
I think there's a famed story behind that someplace. But it's one of those. It was literally a vacant lot in just one of the most prime locations left in San Diego, let alone Imperial Beach, right? So we were excited to get that going.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's sort of like everywhere else, they're trying to find what's the next, place going to be.
Right.
Like East Village, they started building that like way out to the east, right?
Yes.
But you go down to IB and it's all all right there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't,
Yeah.
like you said, there isn't that much
Yeah.
room for you can't do a mega project.
Right, right.
NIB just doesn't exist.
Right, right,
There's no ground.
right.
But they're going to just, I mean, this is an example of starting to build it up a little bit, right?
That's right. And it'll be nice to bring some more retail to the area where we have a restaurant slated to go in there, and that'll be, again, add to that charm, kind of beachy walk-up community, go grab a beer, grab a taco, sit down and hit the pier and enjoy the views and the sand.
How much of a say do you guys have in who that tenant is? In other words, are you kind of holding out? I'm sure people have, said, "Hey, we'd like to open a restaurant there." That's a really key component, isn't it, to the overall value?
It is. And so at CityMark, we've built many mixed-use projects. In all cases, we retain the ground floor retail for that very purpose. Part of it is we want to have the control of who's going to be in that spot, because that really does help define the building for years to come. So so my partners and I will hold on to that retail space and make sure it's a good quality tenant.
So you probably won't see like a first-time restaurant or something like that go in there. You're probably going to see something very.
We're going to make sure it's a good credit, established company that goes in there. Yeah.
And so, as far as completion times, when can we expect to be able to walk inside of these things?
Yeah. Well, for the one side, the 3 townhomes, those will be delivering in August, but we'll be going to sale in early summer, and we're going to have a full model that people will be able to walk through and see ahead of time. And then the other project across the street, the remaining, the 11 townhomes over the retail, they'll be delivering in October of this year. A few months later, just because it's a different construction type with the whole podium deck and all that.
Sure. Well, that's pretty fast, though.
Yeah,
right?
Well, it always seems fast, right? When
That's
all of a
fast.
sudden, but we've been working on it for, about a year and a half to get to where we are now.
So that's what I was going to ask
yeah.
you is, how long does it take from the moment you realize, okay, we're doing this, until you have something that somebody can walk into and potentially purchase? I mean, it's a lot longer period than most people think.
It's always a longer period of time. And it also depends on the political climate. And I will tell you that Imperial Beach has been great to work with. They really see the new improvements that are coming down. They're not just our project, but I think what the Pier South Hotel really did, that really kind of changed the dynamics of that area. And so they've been very helpful all the way along, and that really helps the process and helps us as developers. We're all trying to do the right thing, and it's great when they're there, to be a partner with you on that.
It is, because I'm sure you encounter a lot of resistance in cases when you go to different places. We've seen some things recently, like in Carlsbad, they were trying to create a development, and the people voted it out. They don't know, we don't want this development. These new people messing up our
The
areas.
infill development's tough because people are used to what they're used to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is, yeah, it's obviously it's challenging out there, but Imperial Beach has been a great city to work in.
Is it possible that we could see more coming from CityMark and Imperial Beach in the near future if this project goes well?
We're looking. We're always looking, right? but we feel great about that community, and so we hope to find a phase 2 someplace down in that area. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for your time today. Really appreciate it, and congratulations on being the first guest in Building San Diego, and for actually building San Diego as you've been doing for the past many years. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.